not on for too long today. I thought I would just have a sew and chat for anybody that wants to come and watch me sew a few things. This is what I will be doing on Facebook or on YouTube once I can go live on YouTube. But I just thought I'd pop in here now and just do some sewing, and if anybody wants to ask questions, they can. Today is my husband's birthday, so I won't be on for very long today. We are going out with my mother-in-law for supper at 5, but I was hoping to get a little bit of this Trailblazer done today before we have to go out. So yeah, so this is just fun, just seeing what I do. Fighting with my machine a little bit. I'm having a few bobbin issues. I think I wound it funny, but we will see what happens. So yeah, I'm making another Trailblazer, very similar to the first one that I had. Made that one for my cousin, and I was able to get more fabric, and she really wanted to have it so the handles would flop down, which is a new, which was an alteration that I did on the bag in order to make that happen. I've done it on the other bags. So I'm making her a new one, and I'm going to take back the other one that I made her, and that's going to actually be my bag, my demo bag, because I want her to like those handles and everything. So I'd have no problem making her another one. I wouldn't do that for everybody. She's my cousin, so of course when she asked, of course I'm going to do it for her. So yeah, so no, that's what I'm doing, is just working on another Trailblazer with these fabrics, if you remember this, and then the arrows on the inside. So yeah, so just going through my pattern, going through my pieces, and getting some sewing done. I look forward to seeing what everybody has to say. I'm trying to see if I can see. Okay, yeah, so I'll be looking up and down from my phone, so if I do miss your comment, I apologize, but yeah, enjoy. I see Tanya's turned in. Hi Tanya, how are you? Okay. And it's that pocket. Okay. Snaps. Okay. The exterior panel. Make sure I get this going the right way. I'm going to need a different color. You will PM you and answer later. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, send me your answer. I'm not sure what I'm answering, Tanya, but that's okay. Oh my goodness, so you probably hear my dog outside my window. That's over here. Oh, I hope everything's okay. My centers here. So today I do have a special going on. It's Dave's 48th birthday. So any Anybody that orders a purse today or tomorrow can get a matching wallet for 48% off because he's 48 years old. So if you want to do that, make sure you message me soon. I am booking in for, I've taken the third week of March off, or of May off for vacation. And so I'm booking for the second week and the last week of May right now. And I've already got the first and part of the second week of June done for the pattern that hasn't been released yet. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, let's see here. That's the center. It's going to be up higher. I'm just trying to match up where my over here. I'll be right back. Two, three, four, five, six. Okay. Looks about right. So. Good. Looks good. Here's my trying to match up these snaps. and they work. So quiet in here. My husband is home. The dogs are quiet, which is unusual, and both my boys are at work, so. So what we're making here is the front slip pocket panel. So this is the front of the bag. This is the part that snaps in. And then there's a slip pocket under there, and then there's a pocket here on the very front. So yeah, you got to measure so carefully to make sure that the snaps will hit each other properly. Come off. So I think next week when I start making some other bags, I have some swoon pattern bags that I need to make, and I can do some videos on those. I think I'm going to actually do non-live YouTube tutorials. And I'll put the link up so everybody can watch that if they like, and then I can edit it and take out, because, I mean, it can take me 6 to 8 hours to make a bag. You don't really need to see it all. I can just kind of show you bits and pieces of each step as I'm doing it. I just put a piece of duct tape on these to make sure those stay in where they're supposed to be. Again, that's a lovely sound. Do you hear that? I love that. Perfect. All right. we can see if my sewing machine's going to behave itself today. It was fighting me pretty good yesterday, so I'm actually going to mark my 3/8 mark. Which is right there. That just gives me an idea for where my seam's going to be. I actually got to take my boots off because I'm not used to sewing with shoes on. Doesn't she sound lovely? Just love this machine. Love it, love it. Oh, I got to plug in my iron. While I wait for my iron to warm up, look what I bought today. This is cork fabric. It's really, really expensive. Like, it's not even a meter, and this is $42, which is crazy amount of money. But I made Alicia a wallet out of cork fabric, and it was just amazing. So I do have an event on March 28th coming up at TRU for the spring craft market. So I'm thinking I'm going to do up a few wallets in these. They'll be marked up in price, $5 to $10, I guess, for them. But when you feel them, you'll want one. I mean, look at this one. Look at the rainbow colors in it. So excited to work with this. So it's just the substitution for the vinyl. I can't even explain it. It's lightweight, but it's durable. It's so soft. Just love it. So I treated myself today and bought these today. Okay. So just back here, I'm just on my iron. You don't need to see me ironing. Oops. Really match up on all sides. Just a little lighter. Okay, so this is the slip pocket. So there's the exterior, and that's where that flap will attach there, and then that's the lining side. So you'll see how it all comes together. It's really kind of cool. So now I'm just going to baste those together after I top stitch this. I think my bobbin is being a jerk again. It is. So I'm having bobbin issues. I do not know why. They're winding really weird. thread all tight. There we go. So what's happening is my bobbin didn't wind evenly, so it keeps getting caught up, and it's really making me mad. So because I use 3-ply nylon bonded thread, when it's a top stitching like this, I like to use my Thread Zap 2 because it kind of it melts it a little bit so it won't fray or unravel. I think I need new batteries in it, might know. Oh, hi Mom, thank you. Just sewing. It's not an overly exciting video. Just sewing a little bit before we go for dinner. I just thought everybody would like to see how it comes along. So we're making another Trailblazer out of this awesome rose gold fabric. Gotta make sure everything is centered perfectly, otherwise the bag just will not work. Oh, let's get my centers. Just there. There we go. Finding that center very good. Looks like one of my sides is just a little bit off. I'll just trim that up. Hi, Christy. Thanks for tuning in. Not much going on, just sewing. I thought people may like to watch me, so I don't know. Just so what this is doing is creating that, this is like the back panel, and then that's going to be the slip pocket there. As long as my bobbin is being good, I'm a happy camper. Definitely need a new battery in this. It's just not getting as hot as it's supposed to. Come on. Okay. So if I've done this right, this will snap in and line up with that. And it does. Lots of clipping to keep everything in place. it's going to do it again. This bobbin's almost empty. I'm just too stubborn to waste the thread because it's wound funny. So I'll just take it step by step. Snap pin. These are all my pieces to the bag. It's so messy. But did you find what I'm looking for? Which is one of these? Which one is it? I'm not sure. This one. Oops. So you can see on the fabric, like I make it really kind of stiff. This one has Decovillite on the back. It just kind of gives the cotton fabric a little more stability and gives it kind of like a leathery feel, I guess. So it's gonna go right here. And I'm always relieved when they line up perfectly. If they don't, I know I've cut something wrong or a fabric has shrunk. One thing with bag making is I don't pre-wash my fabrics because you don't really wash your purse. And I like to keep the starchy feel of the fabric when it comes in. Just gives it that little bit of a stiffer feel for the purse. I also starch it when I iron it before interfacing it. So just to give it a little more girth, I guess. I don't know the right word. Okay, Robin, I need you to behave yourself. Move that zipper a little bit. Now this amount, my standard machine, my domestic machine would not have sewn through all of these layers, the vinyls, the medium weight interfacing, and of course the Decovillite. I struggled with the Decovillite, so I'm very excited that I have this. Tanya says, when you get to mine, can you go live with it? Absolutely, I can do that with your double flip. I might not with the day trip wallet. We'll see. I tend to fight with that pattern a little bit. I always get it done, but I swear a lot with it because it's a little bit of a harder wallet. But no, for sure, for your double flip, I'll definitely go live and you can watch it come to life. No problem. Okay. Let's go slow when I'm doing a zipper type panel because I never want to sew through my zipper. So I'm going very slowly. Now let me make sure things are lining up perfectly because zippers tend to make things shift. And I don't like that. And yours, Tanya's coming up. Let me look. I should be working on yours next weekend. Maybe sooner, but that's when I have you on the schedule for, is next weekend. Let me just see how that looks. Well, it looks pretty good. Just make sure we're even. I'm gonna just change it a little bit right here. Like a little bit off kilter here, so I'm just gonna straighten up that seam a little bit. Perfect. Okay, just gotta take this to the iron. A little bit of steam to it. So now I'm gonna top stitch right along that zipper, but you can see how pretty it is. I actually really like how the lining pops through there. It's kind of like a little bit of faux piping there. I like it. And this is where I need my bobbin to behave because it's top stitching. So let's make sure she pulls through. I mean, I could change my bobbin altogether, but I really just don't want to waste the thread. It's expensive. Okay. 4. The one thing with going live is you do get to see me struggle with a few things too, but it's all in the fun of making the bag. And it always turns out lovely, so. Okay. This new machine does the most amazing top stitching. It's heaven. Behave for me, yay! Oh my gosh, my dog's apparently really guarding that front window from everything happening outside. You can probably hear. It is a heart. Sometimes I can get in some really fun zipper pulls, and when I can, I use them. I don't know. I don't remember. I think we're using rainbow hardware on yours. I have some fun pulls that I will be using on yours as well. It's not a heart, but it is a rainbow pull, and it's got like a big donut or something on it. It's really kind of cool. So that'll be on yours, Tanya. You'll have some fancy zipper pulls. So yeah, that's what we just built. So when you lift this up, it snaps open, and there's the slip pocket we just created. Can you use something to smile about? Absolutely, Tanya. Make me smile. What's going on? Okay. Okay, now you're going to see this actually start turning into a bag. I need my front panel. Just right here. We're going to attach this. So this is what I've changed for Rain's bag for her. The original bag, the pattern called for these just turn into the handle, so the handle stays sticking up, and hers was the first one that I had made. So when I made my second one, I decided to make them so the handles, if you wanted to, especially when it's in backpack mode, can flip down. So when she saw that, she wanted that. So I'm like, you know what? Bring back that other one. I have more of that fabric. I'll make you another one, and I'll keep the other one for myself because it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, so do you mind doing that? So this is the way I'll be making all of these bags. They'll all have these flipped down. These holes here are where the rivets are going to go. so many pieces to this bag. Holy moly. Okay. Okay. So you can see how the layers keep building up. That's why I needed this machine. I truly, truly needed it. A little bit of a squeaky knee lift thing. I need to get the husband to put some WD-40 on it for me or something. Okay, Bobbin, don't fail me now. So I always go back and forth just where the handle connectors are, just to give it a little more stability, and then it'll have the rivet, which will even give it more. Here's my instructions. Oh, I know, Tanya, you're having a hard time right now. I'm so sorry about your grandpa. But try to smile. All will be good, and you'll have your new bag soon. That'll make you happy. Down like this. And I'm going to trim this up just a smidgen. A little bit. Okay, give that a quick steam. More top stitching. Look at that. Oh, no, it's behaving itself. What are you doing, Bobbin? Oh, at least you waited till my top stitching was done before it jammed up again. See, it just jams up for 1 second. My fault. I wound it. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy looking at my phone while it was winding, and I didn't notice that it got loose at one point. So it's teaching me a lesson now. There we go. All right, so this is our front panel. The only thing we have to do with this panel now is I have to put it on a foam interfacing. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to build the bottom panel first. And then it is like magic watching that purse come together. Is it? Did you see? I guess you pretty much saw this whole panel be done. And that's what I want to show. I want people to see their purses come from nothing I actually probably will never do the cutting and the interfacing because it's really boring on video, but just to watch it sew together, and then you see all the steps to it. I mean, the backside is a very pretty, but you can see how much stability is in there. Like, I've got tons of interfacing. So yeah, so my next step for this, I'm going to do the back panel first, but I'll be putting it onto another layer of interfacing, which is a foam interfacing, and that's what gives it its loftiness, I guess. Loftiness and stability, so it'll stand up, because right now it definitely will not stand up. And then I'll also have my nameplate in the middle here, and once it's on foam, I will be sewing these things down, these connectors down to the foam, and then riveting them on so they won't pull away from the vinyl out of the bag. They'll be straight through all of the layers. So that's the front panel. So now let's take a look at the back panel and see what we need to do. This is my bottom panel. See, I have the things in there, and I already have it. This is the foam I'm talking about. So I have to baste that to the foam, but I'll do all my basting at the same time for the foam. But yeah, you can see it. This will almost stand up. Well, it doesn't slop. It stays straight up. Whereas this one, because it doesn't have the foam, it'll just flop down. So that's what the foam does. That is the most important part of the bag, right? Or expensive part of the bag right now. I get a huge roll of it, and it's $500 for the huge roll. And I'm almost out. I need to order another one soon. So when you're paying for your bags, I'm not really being paid for my time. Each bag costs anywhere from $60 to $80 to make, because I will only use the best materials and interfacings and hardware that I can on them, because I want them to be a good quality bag. So that's why my bags are priced anywhere from $100 up to $200. But that's because I have to make some money off of it too. I think I only make like $13 an hour or so sewing them, but I love it. So it's a lot of fun. So yeah, so there's the bottom, there's the front. And now we're going to do the back panel. So I gotta take a look at my instructions. Exterior back slip pocket. Now back into my pile of pieces. This is back slip pocket. So I keep all my pattern pieces labeled, which is always a good idea. Okay. Usually I'm at my other table back there, but you can't see that on camera, so I'm kind of trying. So I like to snip my center marks because it just gets easier for later. But I don't rush through any process of making the bags. I want them to be perfect, or as perfect. I mean, it is handmade. I mean, I'm sure that there are flaws. I think I notice them more than other people do. But that's part of being handmade. They have their little quirkiness of things. So we have our exterior and our lining. The difference with this one is it's going to have a zipper pocket. It's going to be a zipper pocket and a slip pocket. So this is the back pocket. It's not supposed to be a slip pocket. It's supposed to be a straight through pocket for the handle of your suitcase, but I'm making it into a slip pocket. Back slip pocket, exterior piece. I need my ruler. I need a bigger ruler. Rulers, and more rulers. Lots measuring. It's almost like construction. 1.75. So this is 12. not using a marker. This is a friction pen. It comes off with heat or water, so I can see my marks. Let's make sure that's 4.5 and 4.5. Perfect. So I'm making the hole to place my zipper. Oops. So there's the guidelines for where my zipper will go. It's a pretty big zipper, actually. Flip that over. Just go like that so I can find these center marks. That is the wrong piece. That would have been a disaster. A disaster. Okay, so which piece is it? Back zipper pocket lining, 10.5 by 14 high. Is that this one? 10.5 by 14. What I almost did there was made my lining for the slip pocket my lining for the pocket, and that would have been no good. But now I have all my centers marked on that piece, so that's good. So I see there's 3 people watching. Who do we have in there? Tanya, we have my mom Patty, and who else? Is it Christy still? Pins too. On this side. We'll see if this is too thin for my industrial. I may have to go to my domestic for this, but we'll see if it'll take it. I don't know if it will right away. So my industrial machine is meant for medium to heavy fabrics, more on the heavy side than the medium side. So if the fabrics are too light, it tends to almost gather rather than sew. So I know within first couple stitches if I need to pull that out and do it on my other machine. So yeah, my other machine will do a lot of the lining. They'll work well together. It's just right over that way. Okay, fingers crossed the bobbin works and it takes this. Oh yeah, it's gonna do it for me. Yay. My arm gets strong from cranking to make sure my needle's down for when I turn. It was so nice seeing you today at work. I'm just sewing. It's nothing really exciting. I definitely need a new battery. Come on. There we go. So now I am making the hole. I think I'm doing this right. Yes, I am. I'm making the hole for my zipper. It's always nerve-wracking when you start cutting into the fabric. Make sure I don't cut the... Okay, so make sure I didn't cut the thread, and I didn't. So now what I want to do is put the lining on the other side. Get in there. So I'm going to have to give it a good press. So once I press it, you'll see that's where the zipper is going to go. I'll be right back. So you can't see it here, but the kind of iron I have is called an Oliso Smart Iron. I love it. It has lots of steam, which is what I need. There you go. She's all nicely pressed and ready for the zipper. So I'll probably be able to get the zipper in before I have to go. Let me just grab the zipper. So I buy all my zipper by the yard. This is the rose gold zipper. I don't know if you'll be able to see this here. So there's a thing out there called a zipper genie, and I wanted one, but they're like $100. So my husband made me one out of a fly tying, I don't know, clamp and a fork, and it just helps me put my zipper pulls on. It's amazing. Because in previous videos, you've probably seen me fight with this, and it just, this helps so much. And watch it not work just because I'm on camera. There we go. I mean, how perfect is that? I got my zipper pull on. Yay! So I just want to close up that end. Just because it doesn't have any stops, I don't want my zipper thing to come off. There we go. There we go. Now I need my tape. So this is double-sided tape. I used to have a lighter one that I could sew through with my domestic machine, so it wouldn't gum up the needle. This one, I just use leather double-sided tape, and this machine can just handle sewing right through it, which is great, because then my zippers don't slip at all. They stay in place. I just buy it on Amazon. I have so many rolls of this tape. I use this tape for everything. This is the 1/4 inch tape. I have a 3/8 inch tape as well. That over there. Okay. Over there. Thread. Put that into the middle. And it's great because it gives me an idea where the fabric should lay for the zipper, because I only want it in a 1/4 inch of a way, and the tape is a 1/4 inch. So I just lay it right where the tape is, and it works so great. Oh, come on, get in there. It's very sticky. So all bags pretty much use the same techniques when it comes to this stuff. So this may not be your bag, but your bag will be made in a similar way. We're not inside out yet though, so we're not close to being done. Not even a little bit. Okay, make that tape stick down really good. That's what we got there. And now I gotta hope that my bobbin cooperates, and I can sew around this. Let's give it a quick pull and see. Yep. Okay. That's where I want it to go. You could use a zipper foot here too, but I don't have one for this machine. But this walking foot is not too shabby. know if I'm liking how this one is going. Let's see. Stitching okay there? I'm gonna go over that again. I think I hear my husband putting the dogs away, so I'm probably going to have to sign off here. It's on this side too. And there's that zipper, and it's all top stitched. I just went over the top a little bit more because it is a little bit thinner there, and I just wanted it to stick better. And it's still a big hole because we haven't done the lining part yet. So I am going to stop right there. I will continue this on a different day, or show you some progress, because I do have, or maybe later on tonight, I do have to head on out for dinner with my husband for his birthday and his mother. So yeah, he's going out with friends tonight, so I may be back tonight after dinner, and maybe we'll get the whole exterior done. That would be awesome. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Have a great night, and I'll see you in a couple hours. Bye-bye.